Highest male red songbird in New York City, the Michelle Bird song. Sign says Will Smith for president in 2020. Adam and Eve's third son, Seth, perfect son. This is a picture of Will Smith's mother when she was Eve in the Garden of Eden, and this is Will Smith's brother, sing Birdsong, who is now the Michelle Birdsong's son. Okay, this is part 2 of the Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson's piece for WorldNet Daily. If real men were in charge, if fathers were present and strong, not absent or weak, beta, B for B, E for evil, T for those, A for against, good God, be evil, those against good God. It should be beat. Let's beat the evil. Let's beat those against the good God. Yes. In fact, let me just put that here. B-E-A-T. Yes. Not absent or weak beta males. This madness would not be happening. You see that? If real men were in charge, if fathers were present and strong, not absent or weak beta males, this madness would not be happening. This M-A-D, mad, nest, home, because she has no pure pleasure. This is why it's happening. No orgasm. The female doesn't know enough about herself, about her body, to tell her husband she'll be sweet, she'll be humbled if she sits propped up and open her legs while he reaches in, tickles her pleasure organ, her clit, until she comes, not minding the P if it comes, which is the equivalent of sperm, of semen. Women put up with that mess, when the ejaculated mess. Men can put up with pee, with urine. You say men wear condoms. There is no longer ick. Read Dr. Jones's book, The Jewish Revolutionary Spirit, to see that the fake Jews, those who call themselves Jews, pushed contraception on society to stop the birth of babies of new life, maybe new light, L-I-G-H-T, in God's world. Yeah, God's, said Jesus in the King James Version of the Bible. Boule, pleasure, you. Okay. Boule is a pleasure for Eve. This madness would not be happening. There is a mad nest, a natural order to life. There's a natural order to life. This is Reverend Peterson talking. Created by God that works when you follow it. That order is God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. Woman over children. Christ projected himself, Archangel Gabriel, into the garden, lacking God realization and self-man realization. So Adam was an animal, an ape, a P energy, no awareness, no power of a brain or heart, no power to reason, no power to feel, such as empathy and compassion. Just as man needs Christ as an example of greatness, so woman needs men to lead them and help them. This is Reverend Peterson talking. Overcome emotions. If a woman will tell a man how to keep her, this is Eve talking, how to keep her calm, a venting of emotion, how to help her calm, a venting of emotions, pressure. She'll use talk and share, accepting her states as she enters them by stating the state. I am angry. I am worried. I am jealous. This is an example. I am mad. I am afraid. I am panicked. Whatever it is. When she accepts it, it is released and no longer has a hold over her. Talk and share was invented by Freud Pearls, Jung's wife Emma, while being de Michelle Birdsong, driven insane by her sister, lesbian Althea Gibson, raping her when she was 3, and by labeling her crazy to their mother when she was 16. Did you follow that? Listen to it again if you didn't. It's important. Fathers protect children. Okay, this is Reverend Peterson talking. Fathers protect children from the anger and emotions of their mothers. Note, Eve says, because he, the father, didn't make the mother come to her senses, energy balanced state. If the woman comes, her energy is balanced, okay? And then Peterson says, and lead by example. And then Eve says, note, fathers pee and squirt semen. They come and become so spent, having vented, they're relaxed, and if left alone, they'll relax and fall asleep and sleep in peace like a baby. Men and women who love their fathers are clear-thinking and at peace, says Reverend Peterson. Growing up in Alabama, under the Jim Crow laws, black men and women knew the order of God. Note, Eve says, no, they didn't. He put a clitoris, the female version of the male's penis, in her, so she too could vent with pleasure, have an orgasm, feeling pleasure, the emotion from the heart. Just as a man feels pleasure as a result of his hard dick plunging the depths of his wife, the emotion of action, of doing something, of doing it. Black men, okay, now Reverend Peterson's talking. Black men married and led their wives and children in the right way, with logic and strength. Note from Eve, the black men physically protected their wives and children from being beat up and raped by brutes and paid the bills. Usually the man made more money than she made. These measures caused her to need the man, and so to play nice, to act nice. If he had given her help to come, she would have felt the highest frequency, gratitude, for pure pleasure, not for essentials, food, clothes, and shelter. There is a difference. Pure pleasure is deeply satisfied happiness, in addition to creature comfort, happiness. The government cannot make her come. Only a man who cares for her is going to love her enough to unconsciously come with her vicariously. That's vicariously come with her. A man who loves her spirit as he is loving her body, feeling what she needs, sharing her needs and administering to it. Had her man been doing this, she would never have traded him in for a welfare check of crumbs, not enough to last until the next check comes. It is important that a man tickle his wife's clit with his stick, his fingertip, because if he makes her come with his tongue, She won't want to tongue kiss his tongue. She associates down their area with pea, which is not a strawberry soda. It's considered nasty because it comes out of one of her holes, like feces comes out of her hiney hole. This stinks and is ugly. It looks like meat. That's why watching meat eaters chewing on shit-looking dead animal flesh is disgusting, almost nauseating, just as the smell of pig flesh, bacon frying is nauseating. When you think of the blood and guts the skin was covering. These facts of life are unconscious, but they greatly affect our relationship. Reverend Peterson goes on to say, they did not have black leaders. Abortion was unheard of. Blacks worked, did not commit crimes, complain, beg, and blame the white man, and never uttered the phony made-up word racism. Note from Eve, blacks were following the path of white people who had been their former masters. I'm not saying that's bad. Blacks voted Republican, says Reverend Peterson, and believed in God. Today, all that is gone. Blacks go to church, whoop and holler and praise the Lord, but inwardly they are filthy and rotten and have no peace. Note from Eve. Damp and smelly is a line from the song It Ain't No Fun Being a Welfare Recipient by Michelle Birdsong, music by Edwin Birdsong, on their album Edwin Birdsong, What It Is. What It Is decoded. W-H for white, H-A-T for hat, A-T for at, I for I, T for true, I for eyes, S for C. White hat at, I true, I see. I true, I see. See, he's saying that what he sees is true. He believes his own eyesight at that stage. Now people don't see with their eyes. They see with their beliefs, with what they've been told. I saw an ugly girl, head shaved, bald, who told a black man wearing a red cap with letters, M-A-G-A, that his hat frightened her. She wanted him to remove it. She was so brainwashed. She thought the cap itself had the power to hurt her, as though it would jump off the guy's head and slap her to death. The parents and the schools are no longer teaching young people to think, only to react, which is to go unconscious. Which we said earlier, to be conscious is joyous, to be unconscious is misery, like a robot. When John D. Rockefeller was putting his input into public education, he said, I'm not educating people to be thinkers, I'm educating people to be workers. President Ulysses S. Grant, now Owen Benjamin, and the Congress had signed into law a treasonous act, the United States for America, to become the United States of America, no longer a constitutional republic, but to become not what most people think. That is, they think we are a democracy where the mob rules. We became, thanks to Owen Benjamin and the Congress, a corporation. That's why Rockefeller said he's educating people to be workers. And that is why the Democrats want George Soros, who was J. Pierpont Morgan, who kept Tesla, Eve, from realizing his vision of providing free electricity for the people by withdrawing. Morgan withdrew funding when he saw his corporation wasn't going to profit, and by setting fire to Tesla's lab, burning his patents, so no one else he thought Tesla would die in the fire, but Tesla went out to eat that night. No one could figure out how, by burning the patents, no one could figure out how to give the world free electricity. Electric City. Okay. With the new... Okay, I better quit for now. I'm getting on to 15 minutes. I'll speak the rest of this onto the next video. Okay, remember Will Smith for president in 2020. Okay.